Hello, my fellow imperfectly imperfect human beings. I'm Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your celestial wisdom for the week of August 1st through the 8th of 2021. We have a lot of energy because we are in the middle of the Lionsgate portal, which does perfect on August 8th, and it is a new moon in Leo. So I want to talk about that. And I'm bringing you this video from Tucson, Arizona, where myself and so many others who are devoted to this path of consciousness. And I believe that those of us who are diligent and devoted to this particular path is that it's not about getting something right. It's not about perfection. It is about an experience that we can approach each moment from a place of awareness, that we can truly understand that we're making a choice and that our actions, our words, our behaviors affect the next moment. And how do we want to leave each moment in time? And so I'm so grateful to be part of this group called Nine Gates Mystery School, and in my role as staff director. And we are going to be getting started, and it's going to be a great ride for the next 11 days. So if for some reason you need me, of course, please reach out. Just know there'll be a slight delay in my response, but I'm always grateful to connect with you. Please like, subscribe, share, comment to these videos, and let's jump into this Lionsgate portal and the new moon in Leo, because that does happen on Sunday the 8th. There are other activities happening throughout the week. Not a whole lot of energy, nothing truly earth shattering. We've got Jupiter now retrograded back into Aquarius. So we're probably starting to revisit some of the themes that occurred at the beginning of this year, all the way through May. So if there were some things that was stirred up or that felt incomplete when Jupiter was in Aquarius during that time, we have a chance now to look at it from an internal perspective and hopefully energize this new vision of ourselves and how we are continuing to create this reality. One thing to note, we do also have, as the month begins on August 2nd, we have the Sun and Mercury coming together to canoodle. And that happens next week, which I will talk in further detail as I do my videos. However, I want to put some pins on the map because this is just an important energetics, if you will, that we want to pay attention to. When the Sun and Mercury are combust or they're canoodling like this, then the Sun has a tendency to eat up the energy of Mercury. And so we may find that our thoughts, our ideas, and the way in which we communicate can be overpowering. Maybe we get too pompous about it. Maybe we become so opinionated and we attach ourselves to the rightness of it, and our ego takes over, because the Sun in Leo, it rules the heart. But if it on the lower vibration, on the personality level, if that becomes too much or too intense, then we have a tendency to become arrogant, egotistical, me, look at me, I need validation, I need approval, and we'll do anything, we'll say anything in order to get it. And so that's something that we want to pay attention to, because whether we like it or not, our words do have a way of causing reactivity. And very often we can get incensed when someone says something or does something that just pisses us off. It triggers us. It gets us into a headspace that says, wait a minute, this isn't true. Let me tell you what the truth is. Let me give you that opinion. And that's what this energy field could feel like at the beginning of the week. What I'm going to invite us into is, as we're feeling this Lionsgate portal, and I will talk about a little bit of what that actually is for those of you who observe it like I do, and that when we're working with this Lionsgate portal energy, we're much more sensitive. There's an ascension process that often happens. There's things that get activated from a psychic standpoint, an energetic standpoint, a spiritual standpoint, that makes us much more susceptible to the subtle energies. Now, the Sun is responsible, our physical Sun is responsible for beaming down this life force. into our physical bodies. We need the sun in order to have life. And Sirius is responsible for beaming down the more spiritual body or the spiritual life into our body. So these two are working in tandem. Sirius was activated when the summer solstice occurred, just like the ancient Egyptians tuned into the star Sirius. They believed it was the gateway into heaven, and it's the home of the higher vibrational beings. And so when these two, our physical sun and the dog star Sirius, are coming into alignment, which will be in perfect alignment, if you will, on August 8th, so that 8-8 in numerology, that this combination opens a galactic portal of light, a galactic portal that allows a higher vibration or a higher frequency to be sent to Earth. And remember, I say this, we're made of Earth and stars. And so we can tune in and we can connect with that. Sirius is one of the brightest stars in the sky, and it's known as our spiritual sun. And so while our physical sun illuminates everything that we can see, so we can see it with our eyes, the spiritual sun illuminates our soul and allows us to see or sense this higher vibration. When I say higher, I don't mean outside of ourselves. What I mean by higher is I mean that it's more subtle and that you can't really see it with the physical eyes, but you can sense it within the body. You can sense it with the third eye. And so that's what can get turned on and get really spinning at a higher level or a higher vibration. Now, some intentions that we can use, and this is a great week to set up these intentions and then energize them on Sunday, the 8th. We can work with healing anything of the heart. All of us have been hurt in the heart in some way, shape, or form because we've all been in love. We've all experienced some form of relationship. Maybe it was unrequited. Maybe we didn't get a chance to fully love or have it reciprocated. And so there's some healing there that can be done. We can allow our hearts to open wide, so wide that the whole world falls in, and then it can lead the way. I mentioned that psychic healing and downloads can also occur. So if you have been tuning in, you've been wondering, where are my other powers, if you will? Where am I getting this higher realm energy? This is a great time to open yourself up to it, create a safe environment, and just allow the information to flow in, dismiss nothing. Tuning into any spiritual wounding. Some of us who grew up in religious homes that was a do or die kind of place, or maybe we experienced that abuse of the spiritual nature. This is a great time to really heal that and turn it into tools versus weapons so that we can use it as a tool for teaching and for helping others, that we can offer wisdom. We can also have access to higher realms. If you believe, as I do, that there are principalities, there are energies, there are beings that live in another realm that come to us, whether we're talking about angels or guides or ascended masters, whatever it is, where it's a vibration, it's energy, that we can access this. Maybe some of us believe in other worldly beings and you want to connect to another dimension. It's a great time to do it. New DNA coding often happens during this time. So if you have physical symptoms of maybe, there's some, you're more exhausted than usual. Maybe there's a little cold feeling going on. Don't panic. Do due diligence, get checked out, because we are still in the middle of this pandemic, and that's a big topic that is going to be really big this week into next week, because we've got some squares going on. Yeah, with Saturn, Uranus still, the Leo and Taurus energy is squaring off. So it is creating a bit of destabilization that's coming in on a physical personality level. So then you add in this higher frequency that if we're not grounded, it could destabilize us and cause us to go into so many different directions. Remember, our words create worlds, our thoughts create reality, especially the more we keep thinking something, we start believing it's real. And then we've taken ourselves so far down a path that we can't get back. And so what I offer is that we really pay attention, that when we are experiencing physical symptoms of what this Lionsgate portal is offering us, that we do the work, first check in spiritually. then check in mentally, emotionally, then physically. And if for some reason, of course, if you need attention, get attention. This is the time too, like I mentioned, where the third eye is truly awakening. And so if you are doing this work, you've been in the psychic realm for quite some time, this will just expand your gifts. If it's your first time, I offer that you find a professional, somebody who has been working with it, somebody that you trust and feel safe with, to help you as you walk through this awakening, because it isn't for the faint of heart. You may see visions, you may hear things, you may feel something in your body. Those are all your clairs, if you will, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, that come in, and that they, if they're new to you, it could freak you out. So make sure you have somebody with you if you can. We can also use this time to create freedom from the things that have bound us. Maybe it's an idea, maybe it is a relationship, maybe it is fear itself. Whatever it might be, this is a great time to release ourselves. Yes, new moon in Leo, great time to let go and reset, get these intentions, have more creativity, more positivity, because as I mentioned, the new moon in Leo helps us find new ways to enhance our lives, new ways to live our life through the heart space. Maybe we're talking romance, maybe we're talking creativity, maybe we're talking love for our children. Those are all Leo kind of energies. Giving ourselves permission to take pride in who we are, how far we've come, and then giving ourselves permission to speak about, to enact our accomplishments. One of the worst things that we as human beings have done, and I witnessed this over and over again with myself and with clients, we dumb ourselves down, we dismiss the things that we actually do really well, or the things that we've accomplished when they matter, because we all play a role. We all have something that we're contributing to this energy field, to this collective. And what I may do really well, I don't do really well that somebody else does, and vice versa. So we all play a role. This is where we lean in, we lift each other up so that we can continue to rise up to that next level. Healing shame and being vulnerable is also a huge opportunity during this new moon. So I offer, if anybody's been following Brene Brown, she does all her work on vulnerability and shame, which is beautiful. If you need a guru, a point to kind of look at, tune into her. But what I will offer is, very often when we're vulnerable, we have a feeling afterwards, a feeling like our nerves are on the outside of our skin. We're exposed. We feel maybe very tender afterwards. And we're looking for comfort. Like, I just revealed something really deep and inside of me. Am I okay? Do you still like me? And did I say something? You know, we're tender. So I'm going to offer that this week and leading into the weekend of the new moon, that we give ourselves permission, one, know who you're safe to be vulnerable with, and two, to lean in and check in and ask them, I need you to let me know I'm okay. I need to some reassurance that you still like me, even though I told you about maybe something I was ashamed of, or maybe something that happened, you know, or I was just telling you something I was afraid of. I think that's going to be really important. This new moon is also perfect as we head into that first week of August to, or I guess it's the second week, but as we're coming off of this new moon, and I'll talk more about it in the video for next week, but that we give ourselves permission to truly release anything that keeps us from being in the heart, to enjoy life. I feel as though this week in particular will keep unraveling some old patterns, but provide inspiration, provide little seeds, if you will, of hope and positivity, that we really can have what we wish for. All right, you guys, I hope that this gives you a little piece. I didn't do a lot with the astrology this week, but I do hope that this information, as I was kind of channeling and tuning in to what I feel you needed, that it lands for you. If it doesn't, let it go. Because, you know, as I like to say, we don't always get what we want. We do get what we need. All right, you guys, have such a good week. Find me at jamiedawn.com. I look forward to connecting with you after August 9th. Have a great time.